Bashar, changing the world for the last 4 decades. I am so ready for this. The 2026 Conscious Life Expo welcomes to the stage Mr. Darryl Anka.
When is this Bashar dude supposed to show up? It's not up here yet. Thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Have you been having fun? Yes. Awesome. Let's continue to have some fun. Gonna let Bashar through. We'll see what happens. All right, I'll say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right. I imagine you're probably wondering why I called you all here today. Now, the idea that is emblazoned on the channel's shirt, 2027, the year everything changes, you must understand the importance of why this is here. It isn't simply a prediction. The idea is that by you, all of you, together, with this many individuals focused on the concept, this is something that you, by focusing on that idea, can help to manifest. So it's not just a prediction, it is an active interaction with this idea that you, by focusing your vibrational frequency on this concept, can help bring about for more and more individuals on your planet. Do you understand? Yes. Some of you do. Do you understand? Yes. Thank you. Because when all of you together are focused in that way on a single concept of a certain reality experience, you may find yourself being very surprised at how quickly things will synchronistically begin to appear in your reality that you have now made visible because of your frequency and your focus on that idea, on that reality. So pay attention over the next few days, a week, a month, as to the kind of information that will be coming out in your society, the kind of things you will be hearing about, the kind of things you will be seeing that will allow you to start perceiving little bits at a time of that reality as it becomes more and more and more known, more and more common in your reality, to understand that we have always been here with you, but now is the time for you to start perceiving what has been around you for so long that was heretofore simply invisible to you, now made visible by your shift in frequency. Because that is the shift that everyone is actually talking about. It's not the idea so much of an outside event shifting you, but the idea of you shifting to create what appears to be an outside event, which is nothing more than a reflection of your state of being. So carry with you this vibration of knowingness, this vibration of action, this vibration, this preference for the reality to unfold in the most natural way for the benefit of all in humanity and out among the stars. We thank you for your participation in the co-creation of the reality in which we will then be able to interact with all of you more openly, more freely, and that will begin a process of changing your world into something magnificent. Not because it is us, but because it will be your true selves allowing your true soul vibration to emanate from you to overlap everyone, to immerse everyone on your planet in that soul vibration, in that heart vibration. Remember that with every single beat of your heart, you are literally sending out a bubble of electromagnetic energy at the speed of light. It immerses your entire globe. You are all immersed in everybody's heart bubbles of electromagnetic energy that carries forth that frequency, so that you give everyone the option, their choice, but the option to match and mirror that frequency that is representative of this reality, so that you may begin experiencing it as a physical manifestation faster. Because this is what your free will has control over. The speed at which things occur. You can speed them up, you can slow them down. The idea of the scope of how your ideas and your vibrations, how many people it touches, how many people will be willing to mirror that frequency. The idea of you finding passion in the world in which you can interact with each other as your true selves will open up doorways that you haven't even imagined yet. We will bring you more options for actions you can take and realities you can experience than you have imagined to date. So be free with your vibration. Open up your hearts, your minds, your spirits, your souls, and allow yourselves to be in the world. Allow yourselves to be the world. Allow yourselves to be the reflections that are living examples to everyone of what they can choose as well, should they choose to mirror the frequency, the love, the joy you give off every single day with every breath you take and every action that you perform. Does that make sense? Yes. So we thank you for helping us bring about the manifestation of a reality in which we can more readily and more quickly appear and interact with all of you face to face. We thank you for allowing us to share this idea with you this day of your time, and I ask now, in return for the gift you have given us in interacting with you, how may we continue to be of service to you? Please begin with your questions and dialogues if you wish.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you for being here.
I am not there, but thank you for the sentiment.
I feel that I can see you right now.
All right.
But I'm sure you are aware that there has been announcements on this planet about files and disclosure about ET and contact that are eminent from our government. That is not the question. The question is, should we trust and expect something from this document dump that has gotten this planet so excited?
No. You should, however, understand that no matter how the information was delivered, intentionally, unintentionally, however, it caused a small cascade of reinforcement of the idea that you are now more than ever focused on the idea of the release of that information, which is what will eventually bring it about. Do you understand?
I do, and thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is your name in these documents?
Is yours?
Probably. Thank you so much, Bashar.
You are so welcome.
Thank you, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
All right. About 4 years ago, I did a documentary on the Black Knight satellite. Jimmy Church was involved, about an object orbiting, thank you, Jimmy, an object orbiting the Earth that had been seen since the 1900s, made Time magazine in 1960, picked up by the STS-88 space shuttle mission on HD cameras, recorded and logged on the NASA database, and labeled space junk. However, this object was giving off a signal which had been decoded, giving off the Boötis constellation with the Epsilon star. And some theoretical physicists have theorized that it might be a cloaked advanced civilization. Do you have any information as to Boötis and the Epsilon star?
Epsilon Eridani has life in that system. There are many monitoring systems around your planet of different kinds. One very large station exists between your Earth and the Moon and is for the utilization of many different extraterrestrial species that are observing and studying your world. So there are many devices around your planet, most of which you know nothing about, that are observing, taking readings, monitoring, and understanding the progress vibrationally that humanity may be making with regard to their capability of experiencing open contact. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
You are welcome. Oh, now you are clapping for satellites.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm so excited to be here. I can't believe that I'm here, but through a series of beautiful events, I found out today that I am a praying mantis council person. And I don't have any experience with that. I don't know anything about it. Can you please tell me about the praying mantis?
The praying mantis beings are the overseers of what you have been euphemistically referring to as the abduction experience. They are the overseers of the creation of hybrid beings for the purpose of perpetuating the race that you know as the Greys, and also for helping to uplift and upgrade humanity in its evolutionary path. They, in a sense, were asked to be the overseers so that everything would be properly organized, because they are of a very, very high vibration, almost to the level of what you would call the angelic realm in terms of a frequency. They are multidimensional in their understanding of things and can oversee many different things simultaneously. The idea is that after open contact, humanity will be given the opportunity to understand that there may be many different kinds of careers and opportunities and jobs that you will be able to do ultimately that don't necessarily exist right now. There will be many more options available to all of you.
Thank you. And my second question is, this information has been made available to me. How can I best utilize that information as we step? How can I use it to best serve as we step into the future?
For now, until open contact, and of course beyond it, but until open contact, the idea is to follow what we have shared with you that we call the formula, to prepare yourself to raise your frequency, to be synchronistically exactly where you need to be, when you need to be there, to receive the information and the guidance that you will need to move forward in life after open contact.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just wanted to share a little bit of a story of how I ended up here. I'm coming all the way from Australia.
I'm coming all the way from Esasane.
I know. And funnily enough, when I received the first email about the expo, it took me about 3 days to organize tickets, hotels, and all of that. And by the time that I had everything organized, this show was already sold out. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna go anyway and see what happened. Yesterday, I was by the end of this hall, and April just walked by, and then I thought, oh, I'm gonna say hello. And then I started talking to her, and then she said, when I told her that I was coming all the way from Australia and that I missed out on the show, she said, oh, come tonight. And I'm here because of that synchronicity, and I'm very, very thankful to April.
All right.
And
One
how
moment.
everything happened.
One moment. Nania, Are you okay being used like that? Just kidding. We thank you for the creation of your synchronicity.
Yeah, and I also wanted to thank you because of you, I ended up channeling. I recently started channeling myself, and this has been the best time of my life so far.
All right.
And I know what the future, I don't know what the future is going to bring for me, but I'm not expecting, because I'm following the formula, I'm not expecting anything to happen. I'm just doing it because I love it. And
All right. Well, you can expect something to happen. When we talk about the idea of expectation, what we're saying is no insistence or assumption about the outcome, but you can expect that something will happen that will be to your benefit.
All right. Okay, that's all that I wanted to share with you today, and thank you so much for your teachings.
You are so welcome.
Good day, Bashar.
Good day.
Quick question for you. It's been 3 days here at the Conscious Life Expo. Amazing people, amazing lectures. But I've been hearing two different things from like people I highly respect. One of them being, we stepping into the awakening times, golden age, unicorns, butterflies, lead with your heart, let your inner child express itself, be creative, do art, it's gonna be fantastic. Beautiful. But then I also hear cataclysm, end of the dollars, end of the currency, the stock exchange market is going to crash, AI is going to take your job, cataclysm left and right, the East Coast is going to be underwater, California, you need to leave California yesterday. What are you still doing here? Oh my God, it's the end of the world. So I'm like, I've heard you very often talking about like timelines and the ability that we have to like, time shift because the time is not as linear as we see it. So I'm just wondering, is it possible that, like I'm going to be in the first category, hopefully, while my neighbor living also in Los Angeles may have a complete different experience and experience cataclysm and all that? Or what's the truth in that? Where are we going? I'm talking 12 to 24 months from now.
First and foremost, all of that sounds exciting.
All right.
Secondly, remember what we've talked about. It's not about what happens. It's about what you do with what happens that makes the difference. It's how you relate to what is happening that determines how you experience it positively or negatively. So it doesn't matter what happens. You have to decide how you want to relate to it, and therefore that is how you will experience it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do, but I mean...
So don't get caught up in defining things just because many people might say, this is catastrophic. For you, it might not be, even if you're in the midst of it. You might be in the midst of something like that, and you will wind up being fine, so that you can be where you need to be to help other people who may be struggling through it. If you stay in the positive state, you will have a positive effect, a positive outcome, no matter what is going on around you, because that's the vibrational resonance you are operating on. If you get caught up in the idea of all sorts of fearful conspiracy information theories, then that is the way you will experience it too. So again, if you understand that it is your vibrational frequency that determines how you experience reality, who cares what happens? Because you know you will always be able to turn it into something beneficial and positive for you and other people by staying in a positive state about it and relating to it in a constructive, positive, loving way. Yes? Because many people may need to go through certain things to allow them to experience what they laid out on their life path. It's not for you to say what they should or shouldn't experience. So the yin and the yang of the universe is available to everyone, the positive, the negative, and sometimes going through something negative can lead to something very positive, and vice versa. So it's up to you to simply stay in the vibrational state you prefer so that you will experience whatever happens in the way that works best for you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. So talking about staying positive, let's say here we'll get 1,000 people And if everybody meditates together and we like really channel the golden age and we stay focused on that power, my question is, would that shift anything? There's just 1,000 people here.
The idea, again, is that whatever frequency these people are on that you're talking about is what they will allow themselves to experience. So you have to be really clear within yourself and honest within yourself about what you actually believe deep down. You can't just give lip service to the idea and say, well, if we meditate, will everything be okay? Because different people may meditate in different ways. Different people may not feel they can meditate. Different people may think they're meditating and actually be ruminating over and over and over again on a fear-based belief. So the idea is, don't be concerned about what other people are doing. They don't need to necessarily augment what you will experience if you stay in the vibration that you prefer and allow them to go into whatever vibration they prefer. You can always give them the suggestion that it might be more beneficial for them to be in a certain frequency, and that way they will experience more of what they would prefer than not, but you can't force them to do so. So don't worry about the idea of the collections of people making a difference. You make a difference in your own experience, and you can then be a living example to others that they can match your frequency for themselves as well. Yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful that you're here, Bashar.
And good day to you.
Will you please educate us about how to set an intention for, how to utilize, how to program the crystal of salt which we intake? We're told that it's bad. Ooh, don't take too much salt. And
everything in moderation.
Of course.
Find the middle ground. Find what works for you. Everyone is different. Some people will assimilate it better than others. It depends upon your life path. It depends upon the purpose for which you are experiencing any interaction with anything in physical reality. It's a projection of consciousness and a projection of what is necessary for you on your life path. So one thing will not necessarily work for everyone, but you bring up the point of intention. So intention is also based on really knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what you're putting out, knowing how to work with whatever it is you receive. The intention is to be yourself and let information come to you that will tell you how you need to relate to everything in your physical reality experience. Does that make sense?
It does.
So when you know yourself fully, you will open up and be a better receiver, a better antenna for your spirit guides, for higher information, from information that is embedded in the fabric of space and time, and you will receive ideas and thoughts about what it is you need to do to navigate through your life path in the way that works best for you. You will automatically know exactly, for example, how much salt to take and how much not to. You will just instinctively know these things when you become your true natural self, because everything will then fall into that resonant field that you're putting out, and the information will be delivered to you about exactly what to do.
I see. Thank you. Also, does that same thing apply, does that same answer apply to refined sugar, which is also a crystal?
Everything.
I see.
Now, we understand that there may be certain consensus agreements in your reality between many people that say, this will have this effect on your body. It's a consensus reality because then you don't necessarily have to think about it. If there is a purpose and a reason for you to go against the consensus because you're on a different path, well, again, honest self-investigation will tell you whether that's really true for you or whether it's just easier to go along with the consensus because then it just works automatically and you don't have to think about it. Just like it's a consensus among generally your population that it wouldn't necessarily be beneficial for your health were you to jump off a cliff. So the idea is that you then realize, well, yes, I think I generally agree with that idea based on how I perceive my relationship to what we call physical reality. So it's a matter of degree and a matter of true honesty with yourself about whether or not it is on your life path and really important and necessary for you to go against something that the general consensus has agreed should simply be a general piece of knowledge that can benefit most people, or whether you have to be a pioneer and blaze a new trail in that direction that then can maybe leak onto other people who can then learn from you how to do something a little differently. Make sense?
It sure does. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
My passion and my joy is finding missing people through intuitiveness.
All right.
And I connect to some people, but I can't connect to others. How can I connect finding missing people?
You will not connect to those who don't want to be found.
Okay, so if I'm not connecting to them, then they don't want to be found. Is that what you're saying?
Or it's not appropriate for you to find them. There may be other things that have to play out. You have to trust your instincts. What you get is what you need to get. What you don't get, at least for right now, is what you don't need to get. You have to trust the way your instinct and power unfolds and just let it flow. If you really need to get it, you will get it. If you don't get it, for now, you don't need to. Maybe there's another process you need to go through, or maybe there's something playing out in their life that makes it important for them not to be found. This is similar to the idea we talk about when you're sharing what you believe to be beneficial information that can be helpful for people. What people decide to do with the information you're sharing with them is none of your business, because you don't know their life path. You don't know what they may need to go through to fully appreciate what it is they're learning as a lesson. So sometimes not finding a person is exactly either what that person needs or what you don't need in your life for one reason or another, because maybe someone else needs to find them. Maybe another process needs to work out. So you just have to start being okay with the way it does unfold, and paradoxically, that will probably make you more sensitive to picking up on the whereabouts of more people, because you're not insisting that you must find them.
Okay, thank you. How do we quantum jump?
You're quantum jumping all the time. That's how you move.
Do we focus and put an intention
You're
on it?
quantum jumping all the time.
Okay.
That's how you move. In other words, even this is a quantum jump,
Okay.
because it's going from one frame to another, one frame to another, one reality to another, one reality to another. It's how you move through time and space. So don't worry about learning the quantum jump. Just understand you're already doing it and go with the flow in your life. You will automatically jump where you need to be.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
This is a two-part question.
Don't be sneaky.
One having to do with open contact and the other having to do with the subconscious and conscious mind.
Yes.
So I started a revolutionary platform where we connect healers and seekers together globally for free.
All right.
And how will open contact affect healing platforms? Number one. And number two, what can we do for not just increasing our consciousness, but also healing our subconscious in order for us to not experience any negative consequences or fear from any kind of open contact, or people running around being fearful?
All right. Well, again, the idea, generally speaking, is to follow the formula, because that contains everything you need if you do it precisely. It will bring you what you need. It will make you not experience what you don't need. It will be totally relevant for what you need to experience in life. It will bring that to you through synchronicity. But it is mostly, again, about the ancient phrase on your planet of know thyself. You have to really know yourself. You have to ask yourself, why do I believe what I believe? Don't assume that you have to believe it. Ask, why do I believe what I believe? If something isn't working for you, ask yourself, what do I believe I'm getting out of holding on to it? Because you never do anything you don't believe you're getting a benefit from. Even if you know intellectually you're not getting a benefit from it, if you're still holding on to it, it's because there is a deep-seated belief that you are getting some benefit as opposed to the alternative, which you believe for some reason would be worse. So you have to ask yourself, why do I believe what I believe? Why am I holding on to what I'm holding on to? Can I let it go? And do I believe or am I afraid that something worse will happen if I do? These things can be part of the self-investigation that will allow you to become more transparent to yourself and to understand how you work. The idea of your subconscious and unconscious mind is actually not below your conscious mind, they are above your conscious mind. The idea is that the conscious mind is the last level, the bottom level. The unconscious mind holds on to all the ideas and challenges and beliefs that are necessarily laid out by your soul on the life path. The subconscious mind is the gatekeeper that allows beliefs to come through to the conscious mind when you are ready to handle them. It acts as a valve for what you're ready to handle from the unconscious through the subconscious to the conscious mind. So the more transparent you make yourself to yourself about why you're holding on to certain beliefs, the more information can come from the highest level of your unconscious mind, which is connected to your soul, through the subconscious mind and into the conscious mind to allow you to know yourself better and better and better, and what it is that your soul has actually laid out on your life path. Face every single challenge with what we call the 4 C's. Calmly, confidently, with curiosity and creativity, and a challenge will always give you a beneficial lesson that will move you forward. That's how.
That's a great formula. Thank you so much, Bashar. I appreciate it. So figure out what you believe in, what you don't believe in, and
why,
and then synchronicities will happen, right?
If you are willing to be open, the synchronicities and messages from your guides or through many other methodologies will come to you if you're willing to understand yourself, yes. But you cannot be afraid to understand yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Bashar. Thank you.
Hello, Bashar. Thank you.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for this chance to communicate.
It is our passion and our pleasure.
I have a question. I recently went to Turkey and visited some of the underground cities in the Darryl Anka area. And the tour guide said what he thought they were built for and why, and I kind of didn't believe him. I think they're much older and they were originally built for a different purpose. Do you have some insight as to the date that they were dug and why they were dug?
Many different structures on your planet were built far, far beyond what many of your scientists think. They're far older than you think. A lot of them serve the purpose of gathering and collecting energy from the earth, focusing it in various ways for various purposes. As was mentioned earlier in one of your lectures, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the King's Chamber, although it served many different functions, and while the whole pyramid acted as an energy resonator and focuser, like a lens of electromagnetic energy for a variety of purposes, one of the purposes of the King's Chamber and many of the structures around your planet that are far older was for the access of knowledge through astral projection. The idea of putting you in the proper state through the idea of certain proportions of chambers, certain golden ratios, phi ratios, Fibonacci ratios, as you call them today, so on and so forth, that will instill certain vibrational frequencies or enhance certain vibrational resonances within the human body that will allow you higher level access to information and knowledge.
Okay. When I was there and in underground, I felt like they were built to protect the occupants from the environment, if that makes sense. Like
sometimes that is the case because there are many things that have happened on your planet where humanity has, to some degree, gone into shelters underground until such time as the environment was safe for them to emerge again. Yes, that's happened several times on your planet.
Okay. And another question I have is about some of the megalithic stones in Peru.
Yes.
How are they shaped? Do we have the technology to do that? Because they appear to be that they were softened before they were placed.
That is an old technology to some degree, and in fact, many, many monolithic structures were actually, shall we say, poured into shape.
That's what it looks like, that they were poured.
Yes,
Yeah.
even now your scientists have recently analyzed and discovered that the blocks of the Great Pyramid were actually liquefied and then turned into a slush and put into molds. And that's why they are so precisely fit, because they are molded next to each other, so you cannot necessarily pass anything in between them.
Thank you very much, Bashar.
You are welcome.
Okay.